Hey everyone, I'm Army Gaming, welcome back to my channel, and welcome to Monster Legends. Welcome to an exclusive first look at the brand new Thunder Cosmic Monsters. This is the monster you get if you purchase the Golden Legends Pass, Noahgnarok. And so once again, a huge shout out, huge thanks to Social Point for giving me everything I need to make this exclusive first look. He looks adorable as a little child. Oh my gosh, I almost went ahead and sold him. Alright, let me play some. And so here we have this monster, and yes, there is actually an epic version of this monster. And ooh, for a second I thought it was gonna have a cutscene. That is a pretty cool alt though. And so here is Noahgnarok, and here is actually Noahrion, which again is a brand new epic monster who is fire and earth. So the reason we have these two monsters is because it basically Noahgnarok's lore depends on this epic monster. So young Noahrion was obsessed with heroes and myths. On a dark night, while he was playing with his wooden sword, a blinding light entered through the window and changed him. His sword was now made of white steel, and he felt magic and power spread through every inch of his body. He's now transformed into Noahgnarok. And so that's how this monster came to be. So it's essentially kind of how Social Point is remaking some legendary monsters and sometimes some common and other variations into cosmics. This is basically the upgraded version of Noahrion. So pretty cool monster. I guess you'll see him in an adult form in a little bit. So anyhow, with that being said, let's talk stats. This monster has a power stat of 7447. This is right around the middle. It's actually tied with that of Aatrox, so just for some context. The life stat 72384. This is a little less than average for cosmic monsters. However, a lot of cosmics have this life stat. This might even be the medium life stat. I'm talking monsters like Daigao, Vampiriastro, Heist, Kodama, Manipulate, Necrolich, Shelly, Thunderkong, Vanoss, Witchcat. They all have this life stat of 72384. And the speed stat, this is actually the fourth highest speed stat for cosmic monsters, and it's actually tied with that of Necrolich and Rotten. And it's interesting that I say Rotten because they kind of serve a similar mechanic. So the only monsters that are faster than Noahgnarok and the ones I mentioned are Ignis, Ferris, and Vampiriastro that have the fastest speed stat of 5984, and then we have Lindworm with his unique speed stat of 5962, and then Slugazoid, Tabora, Chucklemuckle, and Necrolich, they all have a speed stat of 5951, and so then is this monster. So he's pretty fast, he's pretty up there, even though there's quite a few monsters I mentioned. Again, this is the fourth highest speed stat. And in terms of the trait, he starts the game off with a powerful tough trait. 35% of the time, he will not get hit with negative effects. At rank 1, he gets immune to shock, which is actually, believe it or not, it's actually useful for this monster because he has a lot of extra turn skills. Well, he has two main extra turn skills. So the fact that you can't shock this monster means that you can't prevent him. You basically can't prevent this monster from utilizing those ET skills via shock. And then this is actually really, really cool. We have not seen this since Undana, if I'm not mistaken, from the Mythic era. And of course, what's her face? War Master Thalassa, how could I forget her? The most OP monster in the game. War Master Thalassa also doubles the stamina pool. So this monster doubles the stamina pool of your whole entire team, which is super useful in an era that is dominated by stamina draining relics. Literally like almost every single relic category has something that can stamina drain. You know, Nabulaine's Trap drains stamina from everyone, or even Oblation's Trap is pretty powerful. We have Pump Seed Staff, we have Oblation Staff, we have Charizard's Amulet. Like literally name a relic or name a relic slot category, and there's probably a relic that drains stamina, and of course there's also skills that drain stamina. So being able to maximize the pool, this monster might be used for that. It's the whole reason Undana was widely used. Like, I mean, Undana had a great skill set as well, but once I go over this monster skill set combined with the double stamina pool, that might be an argument to just plopping this monster on your team. And because there's situations where you'll attack the enemy, especially because sometimes you'll even just throw out an AoE and then someone on the enemy team has an Oblation Trap and then your whole team has no stamina and then you have to recharge and then the enemy is able to attack you. So just having that as a trait might be really powerful. So, outstanding performance, the ultimate removes positive effects from all enemies, deals heavy thunder damage. And so we have ourselves an offensive ultimate, even though this monster isn't necessarily an attacker. And with that being said, let's go ahead and level this monster all the way to level 100. We'll talk about his skills, we'll utilize him in PvP. I am thinking I will showcase this monster at level 130 because if you purchase the Golden Legends Pass, you will get this monster at level 130. So there's no need of using him at level 100 or 115 or anything like that. And then I'll max him out just so you can see him at his full potential. But you should know that this is like an anti-meta / support monster, and you'll see it via the skills. So we only know so much. It is a spammable, no stamina, no cooldown skill that deals heavy thunder damage to one enemy. So I don't know, maybe in a situation where you get hit with CDA, you're battling a water monster, this could really come in handy if you run them with strength. The Lucas Circle applies a 50% life shield to our allies and requires cooldown. So medium shield to your whole entire team, 50%, 2-turn cooldown. CU deals very heavy thunder damage to an enemy, applies shock to an enemy. So 1-turn cooldown shock, and it's just heavy thunder. Again, his power stat is right around the middle, tied with that of Aatrox. And yes, he is having some offensive, right? We only know so much, and CU. However, there's actually some more supportive skills you're going to see. And it starts with this. Man's Best Friend applies immune to torture to our allies, applies a 50% life shield to our allies, gives 1 extra turn. So, let me repeat that. Your whole team gets immune to torture, your whole team gets a 50% shield, and you give yourself 1 extra turn. This is really cool because even if you're facing some sort of anticipation monster, right now Hardy is really the best one to showcase. There's also Chuckle Muckle, except Chuckle is not an attacker like Hardy is. So even if you do Man's Best Friend and you give Hardy a turn in and Hardy attacks your team, hey, you gave your team a 50% life shield, so you're probably going to be fine. And now you're immune to torture. Well, that's not all. Let me just skip to this skill right here, Strange Things. So this skill applies immune to control and a 50% life shield to our allies, and it gives you 1 extra turn. So once again, even if you're battling a Hardy and Hardy attacks you, this skill gives also a 50% shield. So if you want to, at the start of the game, let me put this right here, you can start the game off with immune to control and immune to torture for your whole entire team and a 50% shield. Now, however, this monster, because you are using 1 ET after the other ET, whatever one you start off with is going to have 1 turn less. So I would recommend starting the game off with immune to torture and then doing the immune to control, so you can keep that for 2 turns. But yeah, 41 stamina cost, 36 stamina cost, doesn't matter considering your stamina pool is doubled. And so yeah, your whole team immune to control, immune to torture at the start of the battle. So the way this works out is really great because even if the enemy has a Tabora, right, or an Ignis, or now, well, this is why the new Marathon monster becomes even better. The new Marathon monster can actually remove Megatons from your team and then has a team cleansing. So Noahgnarok against Funpediastro. Funpediastro would be able to dominate because she would completely eliminate all of your buffs. All of your hard work doing your both skills is completely gone. But going back to what I was saying, assuming there is none of that, if it's just a Tabora, if it's just an Ignis, yeah, sure. The enemy is going to remove the immune to control and the 50% life shield and the immune to torture from your Megaton monster, but now your allies have it. So if the enemy is running a team of like Bombeta, Tabora, and Blackfeather, or some other denier that relies on free stun or possession, you are completely fine. Even if it's an attacker that goes next, you have a 50% life shield. So this mechanic is going to be really, really good, really useful as an anti-sort of meta depending what the enemy is using. I think for Team Wars, this monster might really excel because you can just counter what the enemy has. But again, in a situation now that we have this new Team Race monster that can remove positive effects from an enemy monster, get an extra turn, and then has a team cleanse, I'm sorry, Noahgnarok, you are countered. But let us keep going. So we talked about Lucas Circle. The Legends of Kai deals heavy thunder damage to an enemy, applies shock. So another... Did I already go over this skill, or do we have a kind of a repeat? Who's the Traitor? Removes positive effects from one enemy, deals moderate thunder damage. I think that is Oh, it was CU. So between these two, I mean, it makes more sense. Run CU if you had to. It's less stamina, deals more damage. They both do the shock. But the remove positive effects is really nice because you never know when you need this. Again, the cool thing is, if this monster does go first, check this out. You do this. You do Man's Best Friend. Here, let me cycle it the way I would. Man's Best Friend. You do Strange Things, and then Who's the Traitor against the enemy Megaton monster, and now your team is protected, the enemy lost their Megatons. So really good mechanics, so can definitely see this monster excelling in PvP. And again, because whether the enemy has a Black Feather, whatever they're relying on, you're good. Even if they have Stamina Draining Relics, you are good. So this is going to be the main mechanic you utilize. And so that last and final skill, I think probably I don't need to go with any offense. It's going to be Don't Give Up, Kid. Remove negative effects from an ally and immediate extra turn to itself. So this monster has a lot of ET. 1, 2, 3 ET. Again, he is immune to shock. It actually does help him out. And then Who's the Traitor is just really good for removing that positive effect. I don't think you need any of the offensive skills. And then you could make the argument for running the 50% life shield, but I don't think you need it. I think the 50% life shield on these two is good enough. So that's going to be my skill set. Yeah, pretty good anti-meta kind of monster. And the biggest complaint being that this new Team Race monster actually stumps you. Oh, look! you can hold a banner, which means charging banner, which means you, aside from the fact that your stamina is doubled for your whole entire team, you can support your team with a Mr. Beast banner. So we're going to give him that. And he can hold a shield. Let's just go with this. Remove stamina. See, like I said, every single relic has some sort of stamina draining. This removes 300 points from the attacker. My goodness. Alright, so we are good on relics. This is the kind of monster. Realistically, you give him 3 speed. You could do team speed, but I think 3 speed is the way to go. So we're going to do that. There's speed rune number 1. There is speed rune number 2. And I'm going to have to do some swapping for the other exclusive first looks, but here we go. We have him go first, and we're gonna anti-meta him, and let me just rank him up. Go beyond level 100, rank up, and let's do it. So rank up 200 cells. There we go. And then you get that immune to shock, which again does actually help him specifically out. 500 cells, and you take him to rank 2, where all you get is a stats increase. And then the main rank up 360 and 360 and 480. And here we go. This is when you get the incredible double stamina pool, and this is when he is really able to help you out, counter a lot of stuff. So if you look at his stamina, he has 240 stamina to begin with, and thanks to that double, it's going to be 480, right? And don't even get me started with the players that have stamina mutant runes, and then they're able to just have even more immense stamina. So in the meantime, while I was waiting, I tried to trophy climb a little bit to make the battles more exciting, so I hope I'm able to get some exciting battles. Of course, we need to put Noah on here. And you know what? Let me change his name. Alright, I think we're good. So we are going to utilize him. And who do I want to use in the background? Let me see. I'm basically showing how he is anti. And so I need to keep a Megaton. So I just need an attacker. And I feel like Daigal is going to be the monster I'm going to go with. You know what? Let's give Mr. Beast some love. We'll do Undead Mr. Beast. And he can also hold the banner himself. We'll do Revival. And let's utilize this team. So, actually, no. Undead Mr. Beast is actually immune to control already, so that would be dumb. Let's do Daigal. We'll go with Daigal. We'll give him a Cane Sword as well. And so, hopefully, I'm pretty sure there's going to be enough bases where I can showcase how this monster works in the current meta and how he's able to counter. So, let's see. We have not this team, unfortunately. This is not a good team where I can do much. But I guess I'll just play it out. So, regardless, I will do Man's Best Friend for the immune to torture. So self-skill, man's best friend. There we go. Team is immune to torture. By the way, look at the stamina. 382, 684, 342. We'll do strange things. There we go. And then who's a traitor to get rid of that immune to control. And there we go. So blinding fire show. So I have that immunity to torture, which protected me. Let me think big. And let me do DL6. Awesome. And let's see what I can do here. So, Chance of the Swamp. Alright, I got hit with those tortures. Of course, that had to happen. Let me go full Fortress. And then, don't give up, kid. Cleanse those negative effects away. Man's best friend again. And look, that shield is up and active. So, we are good. Do I need to do the immune to control? Nope. They don't really do control except for Grakon, but he cleanses. So, let me just go ahead and I'm just going to recharge. No need to do much. Meteor Jab. Alright, we're good. I think I can finish you off. There we go. Chicken with Onion. Who's the traitor? Strange things gives 1 extra turn. That won't really help, so I guess I'll just attack Wormlad. And look, all those stamina draining relics. You see that oblation trap kick in? Don't give up, kid. Let's see. Who do I need to do this on? Maybe. Let's do it. Let's do this first. Let's give my team that immunity. Let's do strange things. Oh, I should have cleansed that away first. Whoops. Alright, there we go. And who's the traitor? Kill you. You resurrect. Feel free to rot. Yeah, so all these dots again. Here, I'm not... Let's say I couldn't do anything. We'll just do crafted from the sand. Oh, you survived. Here, let's kill you now. And then Mr. Beast banner kicks in. So see, never have to worry about stamina with this monster. That's pretty cool. Man's best friend, immune to torture. The tortures are gone, and I have a 50% life shield. See how nice he works? He's a really cool monster. I really like him a lot. So I was a little worried that he wouldn't play as well in the meta, but no, he's the way the cycle is, the way it counters, it works out really well. Yes, there's even a Hardy, so I can even showcase how even against Hardy, this is not an issue. So I'm going to start off by doing the immune to control. Well, they can just remove positive effects. We'll just do Man's Best Friend, just for fun. Man's Best Friend, and look, Hardy attacks. But again, it's okay because realistically, I put that 50% shield. If it wasn't for that 50% shield, I would have been like, what, less than 100k life. And as you can see, relics taking away stamina, you're only down to 159, and you started with 520. So yeah, these stamina draining relics are no joke. If I wanted to get rid of vulnerable, I can do don't give up, kid. Strange things. In this case, I don't need immune to control or anything. I'm just gonna do who's this traitor to get rid of MT. Selfish splatter. Relic kicks in. I think he might kill me here. Now that I have the vulnerable. Iltron's mask. Nabotis' armor. Oh, maybe not. No, the vulnerable, I think. Okay. Barely alive. Oh, I wasn't alive enough. So that Hardy, who is level 146. So to be fair, he was 146. That's why he was able to kill me. If it wasn't for that, he would not have been able to kill me. Alright, come on, let's fight those Megaton bases. There it is. So this is what you're typically going to run into. Now, unfortunately, against Kodama, you can't really do much, right? It's not like you give your team immune to cooldown. That would have been amazing. So it really only works against a base that relies on a Black Feather or someone else that relies on Sun. Because this is what's always going to happen to you. My favorite trick, followed by Deny. Again, against Kodama, you can't do anything. You'll still be shut down. If it's not Kodama, though, then the strategy really works out. Which is why I'm saying... how well does this monster work in PvP? It depends who you face. Let me see if there's any defense battle I could do where we see the bases. I might do that one just because it has Hardy and Bombeta. Let's see this one real quick. This one has Shelly, Digel. That one might be fun to do as well. And let's see the last one. Kodama. So unfortunately, Kodama is still a very relevant monster, and we're also getting more CDA monsters, but at the same time, we're also getting a possession monster. So, you know, it's going to be interesting to see how this monster develops, how well it works. I think in a Team War scenario, though, definitely going to excel. So here, I am going to do, at the very least, right, even though there's no denier, I want to protect from torture, right, because I know they can do tortures, and I also want to give that 50% life shield, and then we give up the MT. Bye-bye, MT. There we go. So Cosmic Gramma, it was a daze, but that 50% life shield really came in handy. I'm going to buff myself. I'm going to do Cosmic Gramma. Bam, there we go. Bye-bye Brutalizer. All right, you did your thing. I'm going to do my thing, Full Fortress. And don't give up, kid. So here's where I'm going to get rid of the daze. I'm going to do Strange Things for that 50% shield. And then I cycled back into Who's the Traitor, which removes positive effects. So bye-bye Megaton to bye-bye that skill mirror. And then I can kill Shelly. So his cycling potential is nice, and always having a 50% life shield essentially, so the team is nice, always being able to cleanse like Who's the Traitor again. So yeah, that's really cool. Who's the Traitor, Deep Rebirth, watch, I'll be able to cycle again. Let's do, what, Invader Pitfall for fun, let's do that, watch. Strange Things, Man's Best Friend, and then again, Don't Give Up Kid, or Who's the Traitor, get rid of positive effects. Like, the cycling is super nice. Let's do that, gotta make sure I don't kill you. You have revival, I imagine. Yeah, you do. Okay. Don't give up, kid. Bam. Strange Things. 50% shield to my team. Who's the traitor? Bam. So nice. Very nice. Yeah, I'm really enjoying them. Should we max him out or see if there's one of those battles I want to do? But again, he's also kind of straightforward. Once you realize how he works, you're good to go. So let's try out this Hardy base and see how well he handles against Hardy again. So Hardy, Ignis, Bombeta. Fights. So in this case, let me think. You can do vulnerable. You can do... Yeah, not really dots unless you're running the fire skill. So Who's the traitor? I'm not going to start off with the shield because that wouldn't make sense. Consume Virtue. Fast as a shark. Alright, let's see. DL6. Attack you. Warming Lights. I think in this case, I just set up my... Actually, I would probably kill you. Kill you, and then I would go ahead and start cleansing the vulnerable away. So... We'll do that, get rid of it on data list. We'll do the, again, there's none of them do control. So in this case, I'll just do that, end off with Who's the Traitor, get rid of your immune to control and region. He attacked me, that's fine. And yeah, I'm pretty straightforward battle in that case. So let me just rank him up to rank 5, but you kind of get the idea. Unfortunately, there's not enough bases out there running. Let me check if there's any of the meta bases, any of the top players running the kind of idea I'm thinking. So let's see. What are you running? So, Chuckle Muckle, Hardy, so Double Anticipation, Megataunt. What are you running? You are running Rotten, Hardy, and Megataunt. Hardy Megataunt is something I see a lot. That was a Vanos, Double Megataunt, Lindworm. Who's your daddy? Let's see you. Lindworm, Megataunt. A lot of repeat bases, kind of. Tabora, Kodama. Yeah, so I guess like the Black Feathers aren't really that dominant, and there isn't that much... monsters, like the meta right now just doesn't rely on that typical denial we're used to, but this monster does hop out in that sense. So let's see, Mars, we'll end with you. Yeah, so a lot of repeat bases. So let's just go ahead and rank up for the sake of ranking up. But yeah, again, this is the kind of monster I would go ahead and just give them 3 speed and just have them start off with your whole team. You literally start off with immune to control, immune to torture, and a 50% shield, and you remove the enemy megatons. So that is pretty darn awesome if you ask me. So let's take them all the way to level 150, rank 5, and let us do this. By the way, now my stamina is going to be even bigger. All right, let's click fight, and let's see. Let's see this monster in all his action. It is Elvira. So if anything, I guess I can do the positive effect removal. So who's the traitor? Lose that. DL6. And then let's just give my team a shield. Don't give up, kid. You know what? Let's just cycle back to who's the traitor. And then Invader Pitfall. And then Man's Best Friend. Strange Things. Who's the traitor? Get rid of it on Elvira. And yeah, before I end up winning this, let's go on to the next one. So yeah, in terms of running this monster as an attacker, I don't recommend it. There's better attackers out there. There's a lot better attackers out there. So he's not the one to be ran as an attacker. Here I can, unfortunately, on Dana removes positive effects. So if anything, just the 50% shield, that's all you really do. And then remove something from the enemy. Let's remove your positive effects. Oh, Tears of the Sea. What the heck was that? Cosmic Grandma. Okay, Day Skill. Let's go Think Big. Let's go DL6. Let's just attack you. Strange Things for immune to control. Don't give up, kid. And let's remove your positive effects. And yeah, just very nice cycling. We'll do one last battle, hoping there's a Megatons base with a Tabora or an Ignis, and then some Deny, so I can showcase that. But if not, you guys get the idea. And unfortunately, no, it is Megaton attack. Yeah, the meta has definitely changed from those days of running 3-speed AoE freeze, 3-speed AoE stun. But again, here I'll just start the game off with who's the traitor. You lose your positive effect. I'll think big. In this case, I'm just really strong, fast as a shark. Ouch. I can kill Hardy, so OTK there. I can protect my monster. We will do Don't Give Up Kit to get rid of vulnerable because that's dangerous. You can do tortures to me, so I'll do the immune to torture. Yeah, the immune to control really has not been used at all. Let's do that to get rid of regen. Let's protect myself. You leave, you lose. The curse was blocked thanks to my Noahgnarok. And then Strange Things now to get rid of Megatons. We'll just spam this and bam. And the fact that you have so much stamina, you can easily spam over and over and over again. So with that being said, guys, I think that's going to be it for this exclusive first look. Overall, I really like the monster. I think just his cycling potential and the fact that your team is immune to everything is super nice and super cool. And as the game develops and releases more monsters that actually rely on freezing and stun and possession, this monster is going to become even more powerful. So with that being said, guys, that is my exclusive first look on Noahgnarok. Let me know what you guys think about him in the comments below. Thank you very much, and remember to subscribe.